Designed with the driver in mind, the all-new Mazda CX-90 is the perfect blend of high-performance appearance and world-class refinement. Right now, get 0.9% financing on the all-new CX-90 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer. Team Mazda, a member of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good Tuesday morning. Hey. Welcome to 9 News Now here on WAFB+.
We just keep staring at this shot.
It is stunning.
You know what it is? I mean, obviously, look, that's Essen, Sky 9 camera network that you have access as well. Essen, the interstate, the horizon beyond. It's that little layer of fog, the upper, and then the bouncing off the new sunrise and the trees. This is walking weather. Let's go for a walk.
Walking weather. I like that. It is good walking weather.
Look what you did, Steve. Look what you did. Good job.
Are we getting back to the T Swift lyrics?
That's exactly.
That's it. That's the segue in.
Look what you made the weather do.
You're just going to poke Johnny all morning with that, right?
All morning,
before
all
he
day.
stabs him, yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, it is a pretty shot. Obviously keeping an eye on some fog this morning, guys. Right now in Baton Rouge, it's not too bad. It's our Sky 9 camera on top of Our Lady of the Lake. We can make out the traffic on Essen Lane just fine. Can even see I-10. So some light fog for the most part around Baton Rouge at this hour. However, it's a much different story over in New Orleans East, where it looks like marsh fire smoke is combining with fog and creating a nasty situation out in New Orleans East, out around Michoud. I-10 and Michoud shut down both directions. I'm sure Johnny will tell you more on that in a moment, but the Weather Service issued a dense smoke advisory. Appears to be only the third time since 2007 that the Weather Service has issued a dense smoke advisory for part of our area. So here's a look at the visibility numbers. Here in Baton Rouge, 2 miles at the airport, which isn't too bad. But New Road's a half mile, Hammond a quarter mile. We're near zero in Macomb, near zero Bogalusa, half mile in Slidell, near zero in Galliano, quarter mile in Homa. So some of the traditional trouble spots dealing with fog right here in the heart of our metro area, not so bad. Just keep an eye on it as you head out this morning. A little bit cool. Most of us in the 50s right now. Baton Rouge to Gonzales, Homa 57, New Road's at 53. Might be a little sweater or jacket getting out the door, but not going to need it very long. I've got us into the low 70s by 9 o'clock, low 80s at noon, mid 80s for highs today. So the record today is 88, which was set, by the way, just a year ago. I'm going 86, not going to be far off of that. Dry weather continues in the short term, but giving you a first alert to our next rain chance late in the week. So let's pick it up Thursday evening here in the European as we watch a cold front approach from the northwest. By Friday morning, as that gets closer, we could start to see a shower or two, but it looks like better rain chances evolving during the day. And in fact, the European doesn't deliver our best chance until late in the day and Friday night as the disturbance rides along the front. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to be a real widespread heavy rain event on Friday, but at least some showers. And then the question into the weekend is, how far south does that front get before stalling? If it gets a bit farther south, we may stay mainly dry. If it stalls closer to the coast, probably going to have at least some showers lingering. I think regardless of rain, a good deal of cloud cover lingers into the weekend, but the rain chances, still some uncertainty, so we'll keep you updated in the days ahead. But I can tell you today through Thursday, largely dry and warm, highs in the mid 80s. Keep an eye out the next couple of mornings, could still be some fog around. Friday, I've got rain chances at 50%, starting to trend a little bit cooler, mid 70s for highs. We'll go low to mid 70s into the weekend. As I said, I expect a good deal of cloud cover, maybe a few showers, and uncertainty continues on rain chances into next week. For instance, the European delivers pretty heavy rain next week, which we would welcome, whereas the GFS keeps it mainly dry. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. All right, 7:06, we know we've had...
This is what I was looking for a while ago.
Look at what you did.
Cut it out with the Taylor Swift, all right?
Why
out.
Do you hate Taylor Swift so much?
I don't hate Taylor Swift. I just don't like her.
Kind of saying this.
Here in the Baton Rouge area, we're looking okay. A little brake tapping right here at Essen Lane from on I-10, Essen to right before College Drive. Not bad at all. And then our normal backups coming in from the Denham Springs area. It actually starts right here at the Jubin Crossing area. Slowest right there at Range. And then on into Baton Rouge. In fact, there was a wreck earlier on I-12 near Millerville, creating some of that backup. Take you all the way across to New Orleans East. I-10 westbound may be opening soon. Let's see, they were were picking up cones a while ago. The cones were right here. They just picked them up and moved them. So now we still have the westbound side temporarily closed. Eastbound is also closed near the twin spans due to a major accident. Serious visibility issues earlier this morning. Look at this traffic just at a standstill. Folks on the eastbound side being forced off at Reed. Westbound traffic being forced off at the Highway 11 exit, so that's the Irish Bayou exit for folks in that area. But again, it's just a mess over there at New Orleans East because of some serious visibility issues this morning. A major crash possibly involving a fatality. Again, that's what you're dealing with over there. If you're coming from or to Slidell on I-10, you may want to hop over and take the causeway or take another route into the area. Even I-55 southbound down to one lane will be better than sitting in still traffic. 7:08, we do this every morning. We absolutely do. It's a little brevity. Little brief version of this morning's 9 News this morning. We go over to Studio B. Matt Williams and Liz Coe. There they are right there, guys.
Johnny, thanks. And today's leading story right now, at least, weather, traffic, and news all tie in together. That crash that kind of started all those backups this morning there in the New Orleans area. Yeah. Well, one person is dead as a result of that super fog that kind of accumulated in that area.
This is not the first time we've seen this. Obviously, this goes back to obviously what happened last month now, right, along I-55. This is now along I-10. Very hyper-located super fog. So it's that marsh fire and smoke that then combines with the fog and the moisture in the air. It just makes it that much worse. Steve's talked about it. Johnny's talked about it. It is going to be that kind of lead story for a lot of folks down there. Look, if this is part of your travel, hopefully that super fog bleeds off here pretty quickly. But you got to know, if you're traveling here this time of day in the morning, this is going to be a possibility.
That's it. Even in the overnight hours, before that rolls up, you just really need to be careful about that speeding. Now, we're going to check in with our sister station in New Orleans to keep tabs on this story. Johnny Asian's going to watch your morning drive all throughout the day. We'll let you know what comes of all of this.
Okay, so this Tuesday, for a lot of other folks around the country, is Election Day. Actually, we got viewers in Mississippi who should be going to the polls today if they didn't already early vote.
That's it. They should find out whether they will have a new governor or they'll see their incumbent, Tate Reeves, stay in that position. Right. Not only them, Kentucky may have a new governor today as well. Ohio possibly looking at laws for abortion and legalizing marijuana. Pennsylvania. We've got a number of states who have some big races today. In fact, if you open your calendar on your phone, it says Election Day today, just not in Louisiana.
So what do all these races from state to state, locality to locality, what does that mean? How does that forecast what happens about a year from now, a year from this weekend, the presidential race in 2024? So all of that's going to kind of play in. Is it a crystal ball? Does it foresee anything? Again, those big races today.
We'll keep our eyes on all of that throughout our newscast. Here in Louisiana, of course, our election day is upcoming. The runoff election, the general election of November 18th. But you can cast your ballot early today. Right. Polls open at 8:30. They're going to stay open till 6 o'clock and actually have all week to cast an early ballot.
I'm actually going today. I'm going to get that done today. Good. There's just a few things on the ballot. Obviously, you got some statewide races and then those 4 constitutional amendments that you're going to need to know about. I've already marked everything out on the Go Vote app. I'm going to walk in there. It's going to be 30 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Out. Make sure you get it done. That way you don't have to wait till the 18th. Again, 8:30 this morning till 6?
Yes.
There you go.
Check it out.
All right, folks. This has become a big talker here locally, and especially now that WAFB has accessed surveillance video from this scene, a shooting in a club in Plaquemine.
Club Secret, if you've heard of that before. Lester Dewey actually checking in with Iberville Parish Sheriff Brett Stassi and Tony Clayton, the district attorney there, because this story's kind of crazy, and we actually have this video to show. It's in Lester's story. If you scroll down, it starts with an altercation at the club Saturday night. Right. A couple of men get into an argument, a punch leads to a face, and then somebody ends up pulling out a gun and starts shooting at the bar. You got a number of serious injuries here as a result of this incident. And then Monday, a warrant out for arrest, and then we find out who is arrested. We actually learned
he
that
turns himself in.
Yeah, on Monday.
So now what happens with this man, actually, it's a gigantic photo, so you'll be able to figure it out, as Donald Dupuy has now turned himself over to authorities. But where does the investigation go from here? As you can tell, it's obviously a very long story. You can actually get a look at the surveillance video if you want to. Where does that investigation go from here? Because the surveillance video is pretty telling. That's
it. We'll see how this plays out. We're going to keep tabs on it and bring you those updates right here.
Let's keep you in Plaquemine, shall we? City officials trying to crack down on some past due utility bills. Now, apparently, according to the city, this is not just like, hey, you missed a payment yesterday, we're cutting things off. They sent out some warnings?
Yeah, actually, between August and October, they've been mailing out letters to people who are past due on their utility bills. You've got roughly a couple thousand people who haven't paid and they're actually behind. Now the city says that they've been sending out these mail notices, as Matt's been mentioning. This is not new, and they did warn that if those bills were not paid off by Monday, November 6th, today, Tuesday, November 7th, those utilities would begin to shut off. Now, if you are looking at this thinking, oh, I didn't know, check your mail, check your email, check all the places you would have gotten a notice. If you're looking to reconnect all those utilities, well, it's a $15 surcharge per utility that you're reconnecting.
Want to let you know a little bit about this as well. Breck asking the community to give their updates, their Imagine Your Park system. This is kind of the 3.0. They need your input.
That's it. Tonight there's a meeting at the Greenwood Community Park Waterfront Building, 5:30 to 7. Weigh in to see what you would like your park system to look like. There's another meeting tomorrow. We'll remind you then too.
Hey, I want to let you know, we've been talking about this for a while. Ascension Parish School Board, actually a special strategic planning committee, should decide today on some rezoning.
We're going to be at that meeting tonight to figure out what zoning map they pick and how that impacts you there in Ascension Parish, especially as Prairieville High School comes into play.
Let's get healthy. This is actually Southern University Ag Center partnering with the Jewel J. Newman Community Center. It's all about our seniors.
Today at 10 o'clock, they want you to come out there. It is free for senior citizens in our community, from chair group exercises to free produce boxes. They have a number of health screenings out there too, all about talking about taking care of our senior citizens in our community.
We were just talking about this right there, the Imagine Your Parks.
Yeah.
Liz was saying this is pretty much Imagine Your Roads. DOTD looking for public input, the launch of a new website. Dion Guillory showing it off this morning. Yeah, they want our ideas about our roads.
Yeah, if you've ever complained about traffic, roads, infrastructure, this is your opportunity to weigh in on it, Johnny. Asking people to fill out that survey.
Okay, don't look at the bottom left, bottom right part of the screen. Now, was that kind of similar to the 55? I know there was not smoke involved.
All the time, So I think, no, there was smoke involved in 55. It was blowing from that same marsh fire that morning towards I-55. The Weather Service kind of debate. I think it is, again, the combination of the smoke and some fog we call super fog. This morning it has been very isolated there in New Orleans East, but
and that's coming off the twin spans,
deadly, unfortunately, at least one fatality.
Golly. So we got the tragedy
we'll
on
keep
the
our
right
eyes on it,
bottom and the
keeping tabs
tragedy
on that
on the
from our
left
sister
bottom.
station
So there you
too.
go.
The winning play is the Buy Here, Sell Here event at the Team Automotive Group. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here and you'll be the winner at every location of the Team Automotive Group.